What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher44, and today is Versus. What we do for Versus is we put two weapons head-to-head to see which one is better to make you a better Call of Duty player. Today, we're doing pretty much the most requested episode so far, and that is the XR-2 assault rifle, which is a burst-action assault rifle, versus the M8A7, another burst-action assault rifle. And let me tell you, before we get into this, these weapons are very, very similar, and breaking them down was a little more difficult than I thought it was. But let me tell you, if you guys enjoy this series, if you enjoy Versus and seeing me put two weapons head-to-head or two things head-to-head, go ahead and leave a like rating, because this series hasn't been getting that many likes lately, and it'd be super, super greatly appreciated, and it would help me let me know whether you want to see more of this series or not. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Normally, this series is up on a Monday. However, I was super, super busy over the weekend. I worked Saturday and Sunday. I was busy with my girlfriend doing Christmas stuff. Like, there's so much for Christmas to do that you just don't think about. Like, putting up a Christmas tree, there goes like 3 hours of a day, because for some reason, it just takes, I don't know why it takes that long. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe getting out the Christmas decorations and decorating the tree and then putting the boxes away. I don't know, but it takes a long, long period of time. And on top of that, going Christmas shopping is not an easy task whatsoever. There's like an hour waiting in traffic, because if you go near any freaking mall, you're in traffic. If you go in the mall, you're stuck in people traffic, which is just a bunch of people walking really slow, staring at windows for some reason. Just get to where you need to go, buy what you... Sorry, I'm going on a tangent that has nothing to do with the two weapons, but I'll get into talking about the weapons now. So as always, let's go ahead and start out with the damage profile. So as far as the damage goes, for the XR2, we are looking at 40 damage up close, and at a range drops off to 30 damage. As for the M8A7, which starts at 30 damage up close and drops off to 22 damage. As far as bullets to kill, that looks like this. The XR2 is a 3 to 4 bullet kill, and the M8A7 is a 4 to 5 bullet kill. What does this mean? The damage is a little bit better for the XR2, and because of that, we're going to give it plus 1 point. So it takes out the early lead. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is the fire rate. And as we've come to notice with pretty much every Versus episode we've done so far, one weapon has a really good damage profile, the other has a really good fire rate. This one, the XR2, has an 857 fire rate, which is actually pretty damn good, but the M8A7 has an 1153 fire rate, which is just huge. That's absolutely awesome, and for that, we're going to give the M8A7 plus 1 point. Now, here's where it gets interesting. When you look at every other stat, they are so similar. So, for example, the reload speed, when you have a full magazine or bullets still in the magazine, you're looking at 2 seconds. If you have an empty magazine, it's 3 seconds for the XR2 and 2.7 for the M8A7. No point giving out any points for that. It's too close. As far as the ammo goes, the magazine size for the XR2 is 30, whereas the magazine size for the M8A7 is 32. Again, not a big enough difference to give any points out for that. Another thing we can look at is the aim down sights time, and for both weapons, guess what? It's exactly the same at 0.25 seconds. So, as you're seeing here, a lot of stats are very similar. The next one we can look at is the penetration. It's medium for both weapons. And then we get to the time to kill. The time to kill is where this really gets interesting. So, up close, the time to kill for the XR2 is 0.14 seconds, and the M8A7 is 0.156 seconds. Very good on both weapons, but a little bit better for the XR2. However, after that first 30 meters, because actually it's 38 meters, after the first 38 meters when the damage drops off, the M8A7 has a better time to kill at 0.374 milliseconds, and the XR2 is 0.41. So they kind of even each other out and end up at around the same point if you average them out. So because of that, we're not going to give out any points. They're just too similar. The time to kills really are that similar. So there's one other thing we can look at. One other thing we can give out points for that we haven't talked about yet, and it is burst delay. What burst delay is the amount of time between rounds fired. So the 3 bullets that shoot out, there's a delay, and then another 3 bullets shoot out. This is different on both weapons. So the XR2 has a 0.2 second delay, whereas the M8A7 has a 0.166 delay, which is actually a little bit better, and you're actually going to notice that difference, and for that, we are going to give the M8A7 plus 1 point. Now, this does it. This makes the M8A7 the winner this week, and it is better than the XR2, but it doesn't just end there. It is a much better weapon, and then stats that I can't really prove with numbers, so we're just going to kind of talk about them. So, like I said, it's better because of the fire rate and the burst delay, which is a very good thing. However, there's one other thing, and it's accuracy. And the reason why I don't talk about accuracy as far as number goes, it's very personal. It's a very personal preference whether you like certain types of accuracy. Some have side-to-side recoil, some have up and down recoil. It's different. But the M8A7 has a really good recoil pattern, and what this does is, since it has such a high fire rate, you can put bursts into people so quick, you end up dropping them much faster. Whereas we talked about up close the XR-2 having that awesome time to kill, the problem is if you miss one bullet when you're up close, you're fucked, because it has a really long burst delay. That 0.2 second burst delay is a very long burst delay. So if you just miss one bullet when you're up close with someone, that time to kill drops way down to over 0.4 seconds, which is horrible. So you miss one bullet and that time to kill drops that quickly. And because of that, the M8A7 ends up being a much better weapon because of the better burst delay, because of the better fire rate, and that's pretty much that. It just works better in every single range because of the accuracy, because of the fire rate, because of the burst delay. It just ends up being a much better weapon, even though so many of the stats are so similar. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of these two weapons when you compare them. I'd be really interested to hear. I read every single comment in the comment section below. A like rating would be super greatly appreciated, and let me know that you want to see more episodes of Versus, and subscribe for new Call of Duty videos every single day. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, peace out.